Hey there, friends of the field and lovers of loud engines, welcome to FarmGear Innovators. This is the channel where horsepower meets heritage, and every week we dive headfirst into the machines that made farming faster, smarter, and a whole lot more powerful. From roaring V8 tractors of the golden age to today's AI-driven precision equipment, we're celebrating the bold designs and fearless engineering that pushed agriculture forward. Whether you're a vintage iron collector, a modern-day farmer, or just someone who gets goosebumps at the sound of a turbocharged diesel, you're in the right place. We're not just talking specs and serial numbers, we're telling the stories behind the steel, the risks, the innovation, the pride. This is where mechanical muscle meets human ingenuity, and where farm history isn't just remembered, it's revived. So grab your hat, fire up that engine, and hit that subscribe button, because here at FarmGear Innovators, we don't just watch tractors, we worship them. Welcome to the revolution in retro and modern farming tech. Let's ride. Welcome back to FarmGear Innovators, the channel where we bring vintage muscle and modern machinery to life. Today, we're counting down the 10 largest and most legendary engines ever crammed into classic tractors. These machines didn't just change the way farmers worked, they redefined power in American agriculture. Let's fire up the engines and roll back the clock to when displacement was king and tractors were built like tanks. Alice-Chalmers D21. Introduction launched in 1963, the Alice-Chalmers D21 was a game changer. It was the company's first 100-plus horsepower tractor and a bold step into a new horsepower era. Engine specs, powered by the Alice-Chalmers 426 cubic inch, 6-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine. It cranked out between 103 and 127 horsepower depending on configuration. Performance, this machine delivered unmatched torque and endurance in the field, perfect for larger implements and heavy-duty tillage. Cultural significance, seen as a premium piece of equipment, owning a D21 symbolized pride and progress for farmers during the 60s. Legacy, the D21 still shines at tractor shows today, restored and roaring. It's a collector's favorite for its rugged design and trailblazing status. Minneapolis Moline G1000. Introduction is introduced in 1965, the G1000 reinforced Minneapolis Moline's rep for bold engineering. Engine specs, the 504 cubic inch, 8.3L, 6-cylinder diesel engine pumped out 110 to 120 PTO horsepower. Versions with LP or gasoline were also available. Performance with power to spare. The G1000 was a fieldwork beast ideal for long workdays, heavy soil, and demanding pull loads. Cultural significance. Its bright yellow paint and booming exhaust became iconic. It was a tractor you could hear across the fields. Legacy today, G1000s are beloved in the collector community. Their brute strength and vintage design keep them front and center at shows. 8. John Deere 5010. Introduction. Built between 1962 and 1965, the John Deere 5010 was dubbed the Green Giant, marking Deere's leap into high horsepower territory. Engine specs equipped with the 531 cubic inch, 6-cylinder diesel engine, producing 121 PTO horsepower. Performance, it brought the muscle needed for deep tillage and large implements without losing maneuverability. Cultural significance. The 5010 redefined what farmers expected from their tractors, ushering in a new standard of power. Legacy, though its run was short, the 5010 laid the groundwork for the legendary Deere 5020 and new generation series. Seven. John Deere 6030. Introduction. Rolling out in 1972, the John Deere 6030 was built on the success of the 5010 and 5020, but brought even more heat. Engine specs. This model featured a turbocharged 531 cubic inch diesel engine, pushing 175 horsepower. Performance. The 6030 was a two-wheel drive powerhouse, excelling in pulling large implements and breaking tough soil. Cultural significance. It was the final beast of the new generation styling, revered for its raw torque and no-nonsense design. Legacy, still a favorite at vintage tractor pulls. The 6030 is praised for combining muscle, simplicity, and iconic design. Six. White 2180. Introduction. Emerging from White's merger of Oliver and Minneapolis Moline in the 1970s, the 2180 carried forward their combined engineering prowess. Engine specs came with RFB and Hercules 478 or an optional 585 cubic inch inline 6 engine, delivering up to 180 PTO horsepower. Performance. Despite its size, it maintained two-wheel drive agility, handling heavy loads with ease and reliability. Cultural significance. Farmers appreciated its hybrid heritage and dubbed it the muscle car of tractors. Legacy collectors seek the 2180 for its performance and its place in a key transitional moment in tractor history. 5. International Harvester, 1468. Introduction. In the early 70s, IH broke the mold by dropping a V8 engine into a row crop chassis, creating the 1468. Engine specs powered by the DB550, a 9.0L V8 diesel. The tractor offered around 135 PTO horsepower. Performance, its quick torque, and unique sound made it a favorite for pulling contests and power-intensive tasks. Cultural significance with its throaty V8 rumble. It drew fans and critics alike, but always turned heads. Legacy rare, loud, and powerful, the 1468 is a cult classic in the tractor world, often seen at vintage events. Massey Ferguson 1150. Introduction. As farms expanded in the 60s, Massey Ferguson answered with the 1150 its step into the high horsepower game. Engine specs equipped with a Perkins 540 cubic inch diesel V8, it delivered around 146 PTO horsepower. Performance built for long hours and big jobs. It could handle heavy implements with stamina and style. Cultural significance. The 1150 gave Massey a boost in the North American market and helped build lasting brand loyalty. Legacy, known for its unique growl and clean design. It's a regular highlight at fairs and antique tractor shows. Three, Oliver 2255. Introduction. As Oliver neared the end of its independence, it released the 2255, a final powerhouse equipped with a Caterpillar V8. Engine specs came with either a Cat 3150 or 3208 V8 diesel, rated between 145 to over 150 PTO horsepower. Performance strong and reliable. The V8 engine gave the 2255 unmatched lugging power for tough field conditions. Cultural significance. Its Cat engine made it stand out, and it quickly became a symbol of Oliver's ambitious engineering. Legacy, a rare and respected collector's piece, the 2255 is honored for closing out an era with serious style. Two, International Harvester 1568. Introduction of bigger, bolder follow-up to the 1468. The 1568 proved IH was doubling down on V8 power. Engine specs use the same DB550 9.0L V8, tuned to deliver up to 161 PTO horsepower. Performance ideal for deep tillage and heavy loads. It roared through fields with power and presence. Cultural significance, though not without critics, it gained a cult following for its performance and V8 growl. Legacy collectors love the 1568 for its rarity and bold engineering. You'll hear it before you see it at any event. One now, Minneapolis Moline A4T 100-600. Introduction. Topping our list is the legendary A4T 1600, a tractor that flew under the radar but packed enormous power. Engine specs fitted with the HD 800, a 585 cubic inch, 6-cylinder diesel capable of up to 160 plus horsepower. Performance designed for 4-wheel drive strength with a 2-wheel agility. It delivered an unstoppable torque curve. Cultural significance. It symbolized the last roar of Minneapolis Moline before its absorption into white, and it stood tall doing it. Legacy today. It's a unicorn in the collector world, distinctive, powerful, and proudly nostalgic. These aren't just tractors, they're mechanical legends. Each one pushed the boundaries of engine design, redefined farming expectations, and left a deep cultural impact. Whether you're a farmer, collector, or machine enthusiast, these iron giants remind us of a time when bigger truly was better. Whoa, let's hit the brakes for just a second. Folks, if you've made it this far, you're clearly one of us. A true fan of raw horsepower, vintage grit, and good old American engineering. And we've got a small favor to ask. Right now, over 98% of the folks watching these videos haven't subscribed yet. That's right, 98%. But imagine the community we could build if everyone who loves these legendary machines hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, and when you like, comment, and subscribe, you're doing more than clicking buttons. You're keeping tractor history alive. You're helping us bring more deep dive farming stories, mechanical breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes footage of restored giants straight to your screen. So if you enjoy watching these steel titans of the soil, don't wait, smash that like. Drop us a comment about your favorite classic model. And hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Because here at FarmGear Innovators, we're not just a channel, we're a movement. And we want you riding shotgun as we power through the past and plow into the future. And there you have it, 10 mechanical legends that didn't just plow fields, but plowed through expectations. These tractors were more than machines. They were statements of innovation, built in an era when engineers weren't afraid to think big, bolt on massive engines, and challenge the limits of what a farm tractor could be. From the Alice Chalmers D21's bold debut to the Minneapolis Moline A4T600's diesel dominance, each of these iron giants delivered torque, power, and reliability that helped shape modern agriculture. They weren't just built for work, they were built to last, to inspire, and to stand as icons of their time. But beyond the specs and steel, what makes these tractors unforgettable is the nostalgia they carry, the stories behind the wheel, the generations that trusted them, the roar of a V8 firing to life at a vintage pole. That's the legacy we honor here on FarmGear Innovators. Thank you for riding along on this journey. If you haven't already, hit subscribe because we've got more machines, more stories, and more farming history coming your way. Until next time, stay driven, stay curious, and keep the spirit of innovation alive.